What up, people? Now, I have an important question. What would you do if you found out that your mother's boyfriend has a lover? Well, I hope you never face this problem, but this happened to the members of the Kardashian Jenner family. But when did this happen? Did anyone actually cheat on someone? Well, there is probably no one in this family who has more enthusiasm for life and love like Mommy Kris. I know this fills you with doubts, so I won't waste any more time. Hit the bell and subscription button and come with me to find out everything about Mama Kris's love life. Well, as you know, when we talk about the most popular family in show business, we must first dive into this topic and slowly develop it, because there's always a lot going on in this family. So let's start first with the one episode when Khloe was spending her time with her friend Malika. There was coffee, ice cream, and chit-chat. Remember, all episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians are filmed a few months ago before the pandemic broke out and the big quarantine began. The thing is, while the ladies were spending time together, Malika got a phone call from someone who told her that Corey, Kris Jenner's boyfriend, was cheating on her with another woman. Not only that, the voice on the phone confessed that at the moment he was entering a very famous hotel in the city with a red-haired woman. Well, you can guess how things went. As soon as Malika passed this message to her best friend sitting next to her, things started. They both decided to go and catch him in the act. Guess this is what everyone would do in a situation like this, don't you think? It looks like Khloe still has the feeling of thirst for revenge on the males because she quickly went into battle. You probably remember how Tristan, the daddy of her 2-year-old child, True, cheated on Khloe with another woman and when she was pregnant. Could anyone choose a worse timing than that? I doubt it. Tristan mastered it. And the result of all of this was that Kylie lost her best friend Jordan. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, we have a video on our channel that will explain it to you. Then you will understand all the reasons why Khloe is no longer with Tristan Thompson. Malika wondered how Corey could cheat on Kris with another woman when they both seem so happy and in love. Khloe immediately answers that people tend to put their things anywhere, and when she talks about people, she clearly prefers men. Well, Khloe has been hurt many times before. And right when she said these words, she looked at the camera as if to say, "Tristan, I will never forgive you." Did you get that impression too? So both friends wondered how they were gonna feel about this, or better yet, how they were going to feel about it when they found out all of this was happening, or what they thought was happening would turn out to be true or not. Khloe replied that she will cut off Corey's, body parts? You probably can imagine what I'm talking about. That one thing that belongs to Corey and every other man from birth. Well, I hope it was just a joke and that Khloe would never treat a man like that. But seriously, Khloe said that she would be very sorry for her mom. And on the way to the hotel room where Corey and his lover were supposed to be, she mentioned the words, "the story of my life," referring to what I told you earlier about her very sad experience with Tristan Thompson and even with Lamar. Khloe and Malika went to a place where, according to that anonymous source, Corey and his red-haired lover were there. They knocked on the door and Corey actually opened it, and you could see he immediately felt uncomfortable in the whole situation. And you might think that the confused man was caught in the act. But wait. When the girls walked through every room, they suddenly saw a red-haired woman running at high speed to avoid getting caught. And guess who it was? You probably already guessed it. Yeah, it was Kris, who wore a wig to arouse passion. You see, Mommy Kris is a box full of surprises and wants to keep the flame of her love alive. Well, with a woman so committed to a relationship, Corey definitely has everything he needs. What do you think about what Kris does to keep her bedroom life alive? Would you do the same? Talking about Kris and how she lives with love Corey Gamble, I have to tell you that they're having a really great time together. Kris is currently experiencing a second youth alongside her 25 years younger partner. And in addition, this 64-year-old lady, as she confesses, is experiencing one of those stages in her life where she never gets tired of being intimate with her boyfriend. I don't really know how I would react if my mom would share this information with me. Fans could easily see a clear example of what Kris is experiencing in one of the new episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kris runs late for lunch with her daughters Khloe and Kendall and quickly apologizes for being late and is happy to say it's Corey's fault. At the restaurant, she asks her daughters if she has smudged lipstick on her face because she had a makeout session in the car. Also, she asks without embarrassment if her skirt looks fine, and when Khloe asks why it shouldn't be, Kris answers, "Just one of these days." And this is not the end, because when Khloe asks her why Kory didn't come to lunch with her, Mommy Kris says Kory had to go home and sleep because we were up all night. You know how that goes. Well, apparently, Kris wants to share so much more about what happens in her bedroom with her daughters. Then, when the waiter brought some tiramisu for her, looking at it, she said that she had heard that it was dessert of lovers. What did Khloe and Kendall think about that? The daughters didn't seem to believe that they were hearing that. Kris relished the cake, saying, "I can rub this all over my body now." And after a dialogue with Khloe, who noted her behavior, Kris began to shout loudly the word sex in the middle of the restaurant until she caught the waiter's attention. Wasn't all that she said, enough earlier though? I wonder what happened to Kris. She's acting like a teenager. Only she seems much bolder with eagerness to experiment. But you must know that Kris and Kory's relationship is not a fleeting affair. Their relationship has been going strong for over 6 years. We can only envy what they have. And what's more is that this is a clear sign that the difference in age is not important for true love. These two doves have raised their relationship to a much higher level than just body pleasures. And although they are not married yet and the labels don't seem to matter to them, Kory has proved to be a huge emotional support for Kris. Because, when it comes to relationships with adult children, not everything goes smoothly, and he's always there and supports her. Did Mrs. Jenner find a real treasure? What do you think? Don't they seem hopelessly in love? Everything looks so beautiful and fairy tale-like, but what do Kris's children think about this whole relationship? Well, Kris started dating Kory in November of 2014 when she divorced Bruce Jenner, who decided to change his gender, and now she is Caitlyn Jenner. You know what I'm talking about, right? If you don't worry, we have a whole video where we tell the story of Bruce and Kris. But back to the topic. Although today Kory and Kris don't hide their feelings or their bed adventures, they began their love with a little bit of discretion. According to a source close to E! News, it's believed that these two lovebirds met in Ibiza, Spain, at the birthday party of the designer Riccardo Tisci. And their friendship began with a friendship that turned into something very romantic. Do you think that this relationship that started with just a simple friendship is the key to success? The one who seems skeptical about Kris's partner is Kanye West, rapper and Kim's husband. Once, Kanye told Kory, "Look, we don't know you. We've never met any of your family members." We admit, not to know anyone in the immediate family when you've come into the life of such a popular and rich clan can be disturbing. Kim, who studies law, came out to defend Kory, saying, "Of course, we've all felt that way and thought that, but for Kanye to just so bluntly say that to him, I feel like that was the wrong choice to make at that time." Of course, all this made Kim and her mom Kris face each other, which made the situation quite awkward. And in addition, Khloe didn't seem to like Kory from the beginning. Kim added that Kory is quite reserved and she and her sisters approach him with caution. In conclusion, she confessed that she never thought her mother's relationship with this man would last such a long time. It must be hard to build a solid relationship when no one in your family supports you. What do you think? Could you continue the relationship without the support of any family member? So, shortly afterward, Kris invited Khloe and her friend Malika to Palm Springs. Khloe was sure it was all girls weekend, but you know who else was invited? That's right, Kory. The poor guy had no idea what had awaited him. The family got very uncomfortable, and Kanye and Kory's situation caused unpleasant situations. And in addition, Khloe shared the opinion of Kanye. Well, I don't think anyone would want to be in Kory's shoes right now. Anyways, Mommy Kris showed up and she made it clear who is the boss. The mom-magger, who had been with Kory for 5 years, then asked Khloe to start changing her mind. Kris told her, "I want you to recognize that when you do question my relationship with Kory, it isn't okay, and it hurts feelings." And she added, "I think what you guys don't realize is Kory is really taking care of me like no one ever has in my entire life." After all, the Kardashian Jenner sisters had no choice but to accept mom's boyfriend. However, do you know what Mr. Corey Gamble did before he became Kris's boyfriend? Kory was Justin Bieber's tour manager. He also worked for Scooter Braun, Ariana Grande, and Demi Lovato. And even on his Instagram, which is full of mentions of Justin, Kory himself described the singer as his own nephew. If we look at his Instagram, we will see that before he established a serious relationship with Kris, he traveled on private planes and walked with various celebrities. That was his normal day, so it's not like he came out of nowhere. In any case, there, to get to the party of an important and popular person where he met Kris, he had to have been appreciated before by the VIP society. So do you think the Kardashian Jenner sisters will finally give him their blessings? What do you think is the relationship between Kris Jenner and Kourtney? Is this real love? Or maybe you think Kris's children have reasons not to trust him. Let's talk about all of that and hear your thoughts in the comments. And remember to like, share, and become part of our Curious Sips family by subscribing to our channel. Also, don't forget about our Instagram account. Until next time.